remember it, you weren't there. But generally, you know, it was a thrill to meet Carol, and you know, it was like you know, finally making a connection with somebody who felt like a sister. You know, I mean, yeah, it was deep.
I'm so obsessed with the new Beatles documentary. And I've just devoured it. And you were the first non-Beatle to be signed to Apple Records. And you were in the studio when the Beatles were recording the White Album. What do you remember about that time?
I just couldn't believe my luck. You know, I constantly had to pinch myself because it really. I couldn't have imagined a sort of a better opening, you know, a better opportunity. Yeah, it was great.
James, I'd love to know what people who I respect musically like to listen to. So I want to play a little quick game called James Taylor Mixtape. I have questions for you about what you're listening to. Tell me, what is your favorite song to listen to on New Year's Eve?
Well, you know, a few years ago we made a holiday album, and I actually we recorded Auld Lang Syne, and I got a chance to get into the tune a little bit, and I really love that one. You know, it's obvious, I guess, but you know, that's it.
What's your favorite James Taylor song? What is your favorite James Taylor song?
Oh man, you know, I guess the song, looking back, the song that I seem to perform most frequently is Carolina in My Mind. So I'm proud of that one. Yeah.
What is your favorite Britney Spears song, James Taylor?
I can't pretend to have gotten too deeply into Britney's catalog, but you know, I really do. I like Piece of Me. Piece of Me is a good fight song. Huh?
Piece of Me. I love it.
Piece of Me.
That's good. James Taylor, thank you so much. We will be watching you and Carole King on January 2nd.
Yeah, it looks like an amazing film. I talked to the producer. I interviewed him a while ago. James Taylor, thank you so much for joining us. Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern on CNN. Joining us now, one of the biggest stars on the planet. She has a brand new residency in Las Vegas. The incredibly talented. The residency is at Vegas at Resorts World Theater. In February, she'll host the 5th season of American Idol. Tonight, she's going to perform her brand new song on this program. Katy Perry is joining us. Katy, welcome.
Hey. Hello. Hey, Katy.
Hi, guys. Hey, will you save a shot of tequila for me, or is there no more left?
We got more tequila. I mean, but we're going through it.
You need to help me, Katy, because I'm not the end of this well.
This is your first Vegas
You're out of your
residency.
depth
It's been
standing
so
next to Andy.
I am so out of my depth in so many
true.
realms. Yes.
Has Vegas been something that you've always wanted to do?
Yes, of course. But there's actually a funny story behind it, because my aunt was a talk show girl over 30 years ago, and my grandma was the top seamstress for the show girl. She used to sew the G-strings and their pockets and their G-strings so that the girls could put their earrings in so that they didn't get them stolen. And actually, they worked at the Stardust Hotel, which is the exact same grounds that Resorts World is built on.
That is crazy. That's nuts. I love that.
You love that, sweetie?
I love that history. That's so cool.
You know, I know you're a huge Whitney Houston fan. I know that you've covered I Want to Dance with Somebody for your California Dreams tour. You're now covering The Greatest Love of All in your Vegas residency. Why did you decide to cover that song? And I mean, Whitney Houston, those are major shoes to fill.
Yeah, I better take some steroids or something. It is one of my favorite songs because it means so much to me. It encapsulates my love for myself and my love for my daughter Daisy. Daisy, who was just born 16 months ago. And the whole show is larger than life, and there's like a crazy narrative. Yeah, you guys have kids too. We should have a play date.
16 months. My son is 19.
Larger than life.
My son is 19 months. I feel like this is the best age. It's so incredible. Like they're just becoming the people that they are.
It's beautiful, and you just see everything through their eyes once again, and everything is magic.
Yeah.
And this show, like there's a story of, there's like a through line of her love for me in this show. But you guys have to come to Vegas. It's a massive show. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids meets Pee-wee's Playhouse on mushrooms. Can I say that?
Well, yeah, you can, because, I was just gonna bring up, I heard that you twerk with a giant piece of poo as you sing California Girls. How much weed did you smoke before you came up with that?
Listen, Andy, you want to see the show, but you don't want to live in my brain.
I do want to live in your brain. Let me ask you a question.
Well, then come to
Can you finally put the rumors to rest and say who actually inspired the song I Kissed a Girl? I heard it was Scarlett Johansson, but then Miley Cyrus said that maybe it was about her.
I mean, there's a new muse every other month, quite honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Believe me, with Andy
It was
Cohen,
like
I know
12 years
exactly.
ago, so I think one of them.
You know, I love hearing about your background because you actually grew up, you had a very strict Christian upbringing. I heard that you used to picket outside Madonna concerts. So how surreal is it that you're now doing a Vegas residency and that you've been on stage being spanked by Madonna? I mean, what would a young Katy Perry think of your Vegas show?
Well, that's being spanked by Madonna is like being crowned by Madonna. It's a hazing. It's like she initiated me into pop stardom.
Right.
But
I gotta say, Katie,
we've come a long way. Yeah.
I was dragged on stage by Madonna at the Barclays Center. Well, I willingly went, and I embarrassed myself tremendously. And I think she humped me. And do you know what it's like to walk into a newsroom the day after Madonna has humped you on a stage? It's a difficult thing to come back from. And I did a terrible job
Everything
dancing.
lives on the internet forever.
It does, and I so wanted this moment. I love Madonna as I love you, and I so wanted to be that person who gets on the stage and like breaks a move and does incredibly well, and I didn't. I just embarrassed myself, and I'm ashamed. So
I want to talk to you about your catalog a little bit because your Vegas set list includes over 20 of your greatest hits. So I'm just curious, what's your most requested song, would you say?
Oh, it's either Roar or Firework. For sure, for sure.
What song, after all this time, is still the most fun to perform?
Firework, because even if you were dragged to the concert by your girlfriend, you still know the song and you still like go buck wild. You just let it all go loose.
So love it.
Eight to 80. When Firework plays, it's like, I don't care. I'm gonna give it up.
I love that.
It's so true. What song is your husband or
I so want to see your show.
favorite? We'll go.
I would love that.
What song is your husband Orlando Bloom's favorite in the show?
Promises.
No. I would actually love to see it.
Oh, he hasn't
He
seen
hasn't
it yet.
seen it
He'll
yet.
see it tonight.
No, this is his
Tonight he'll see
tonight
it?
will be his first time. Yeah, we've been living in a crazy bubble and just trying to keep it all alive. So we've been like super protected, living in Vegas for like 2.5 weeks.
But you know, it's actually an extraordinary time to have a child because you're able to spend so much time and be with them during this time. I think it's kind of it's a remark. It's obviously an awful time, but it's extraordinary how you're able to spend time with your child. At least I.
Is there a song of yours that you're the most proud of?
A I'm the most proud of? I mean, I guess I would say, I don't know, by the grace of God, or even Daisies, which just came out a couple years ago. I actually put out a song 2 days ago called When I'm Gone.